we have comedian Lawson Leon. We have house band and Acoustic Mind. And after that is Walter Ego. Right now, though, we have a good friend of mine. He's dressed for tonight. Jesus. That's appropriate. I was going to introduce him by saying he's pretty much the dictionary definition of an anarchist. And when we met, he was careful to point out capital A to me. We don't always agree politically, but I know he's one of the good guys. He's a political activist. He's a radio host. He's a playwright. Also happens to be a musician. He's a man of many talents. I'm just going to let him make his dramatic entrance here. Please welcome Brent Lengel.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, there's no food there. Yeah, right.
Whose streets?
Our streets.
Whose streets?
Our streets.
Whose streets?
Our streets.
Whose streets?
Our streets.
No streets! Tear up the concrete! Hi guys.
Hi.
So my name is Brent Lengel. I am an anarchist, among many other things. I did a lot with Occupy before Occupy died horribly. Not really died horribly, was killed, was specifically killed by Bloomberg, by the NYPD, by the news media in this country, and by everyone's apathy, including my own, because, you know, I could have been out there more often. There's a lot of stuff that I wanted to talk about today, but before we get into it, one of the reasons Rodney had me down here is I am the host of Insurrection with Brent Lengel, which is carried on the Starcom radio network, and we'll talk about that in a minute. Now, there's a lot of things we can get into, anarchism, political philosophy. I also just closed a play on 54th Street, so, you know, I'm kind of getting a little post-production depression going on. But the big thing is that I just came back from Iceland. And while I was in Iceland, I saw something that, I saw a lot of things, a lot of amazing and wonderful things. I took 11 New Yorkers for 4 days through the Icelandic wilderness. Including some bankers, and I brought them out of the wilderness as well, which I probably shouldn't have done now that I think back on it. But anyway, beyond all of this, there was something that I saw while I was there, and it struck me. So when I came home, I wrote a letter to the Sierra Club, and now I'm going to read it to you.
Oh, it's a great letter.
I love it.
All right, so Sierra Club, Sierra Club, Sierra Club. You like wolves. I can tell because you keep sending me pictures of bloody wolves in the mail. Those pictures are badass, Sierra Club, because they contain wolves and also blood. Wolves are badass, and blood is badass, and wolf blood is doubly badass. Especially when it's on a wolf and in the snow. And so I guess what I'm saying is thank you for the picture. I put it on my wall next to my other wolf photos. I'd send you the picture, but I don't know how to work the iPhone camera on my phone. And even if I did, I wouldn't want to take a picture of my pictures of badass wolves, because if I did, it would do a disservice to all of those wolves by not being able to perfectly capture their majestic badassery. Please accept the wolf photos I've attached in this electronic communication as a stand-in for my wall of wolf photos that features the one you sent me. If you can't tell, Sierra Club, I like wolves. And that's why I'm reaching out to you, in solidarity, because of our mutual wolf-like love, which is both loving and liking wolves, and loving and liking like a wolf, things that may be wolves or maybe not. I think you might have wanted a donation or something, but I didn't open the envelope because I was worried that if I might tear the wolf picture and therefore make it 13% less badass. Even though torn things are usually badass, so now that I think about it, maybe I should open it. Could be 13% more badass. I'll decide when I get home. I know what you're thinking, Sierra Club. You're thinking there is no way this guy can love wolves like we love wolves. Well, you are totally wrong, Sierra Club. Stop it right now. To make you stop thinking about it, here's my proof of how much I love wolves, in the form of a comprehensive list of wolf facts. Fact: wolves were the first animals in space. Fact: wolves were the first animals to develop opposable thumbs. Fact: wolves gave up their thumbs because it was an unfair advantage. Fact: wolves are so intelligent even Moon Moon could earn a degree from any American university. Fact: wolves are immortal. Fact: Liam Neeson is the only celebrity that doesn't like wolves. Fact: the wolf is the favorite animal of Sir Patrick Stewart, Albert Einstein, Michelle Obama, Leonardo DiCaprio, Professor Charles Xavier, Susan B. Anthony, Angelina Jolie, Neil Gaiman, Ebenezer Scrooge, Dame Judi Dench, Captain Jean-Luc Picard, J.K. Rowling, Sean Bean, narrator King Richard, Gurney Halleck, and Emperor Uriel Septim VII. Fact. Got some Skyrim fans in here. That's good.
Played Arena.
Yeah. Fact: Insanity Wolf is based on a real wolf in Colorado who's been terrorizing townspeople for 53 years with disturbing messages and pranks. Fact: the unique vibrations produced by 3 wolves howling in a minor triadic chord can cause the moon to grow larger in the sky, temporarily. Fact: the wolf is evolved directly from the Tyrannosaurus Rex. This list is not all-inclusive. You must have an even bigger one on your wall, Sierra Club, next to your wolf pictures. If you could you please take a picture of it and send it to me so that I can add its facts to mine? Now, I have demonstrated my love of wolves, and now we are best friends, Sierra Club. And as best friends, I have a request. You might not like it, but stay with me, because you will definitely like it. See, the thing is, Sierra Club, I was in Iceland, and I saw that Iceland was selling wolf skins. Not fake wolf skins, real wolf skins taken off of a real wolf. And it occurs to me that you're probably mad about this, Sierra Club, because you love wolves and wolves love their skin. And if so, you should take it up with Iceland, because I have nothing to do with it. However, Sierra Club, I want to stress that by the transitive property of badassitude, wolf skins are badass. Because wolves are badass. I thought about buying one of those wolf skins, but I figured it would probably piss you off if I did. And you'd probably tell me all the reasons why I shouldn't have a wolf skin, and I'll agree with you on all of them. But still, the skins are there, and they're badass. And I love wolves and badass things, so I would like to have one. Now stay with me, Sierra Club. I'm not asking you, Sierra Club, for your permission for me to buy a wolf skin taken off of a wolf that's already dead. Even if that wolf was a bad wolf who committed wolf crimes and was condemned to death by a tribunal of wolf judges who are also wolves, but also judge wolves for wolf crimes. The thing is, it occurs to me that the reason one has a wolf skin is to show the world how badass they are. And the only way to do that is to defeat a wolf in single combat and take its skin. Buying an already dead wolf skin is a lie, Sierra Club, and lies are not badass. Wolf skins are some Theon Greyjoy shit, Sierra Club. You have to pay the iron price for them. Now, I know what you're thinking, Sierra Club. You think I want to hunt a wolf and take its skin. Well, wrong, Sierra Club. Stop thinking that immediately. Hunting wolves is wrong because wolves are amazing, beautiful, majestic, immortal creatures. I've learned that from the mailings you sent me. Plus, you shouldn't hunt wolves with a gun because it is a fact that wolves are bulletproof and guns are exclusively for wimps and tiny children. You should get the point, Sierra Club, is that guns are not badass and neither are bullets. But wolves are badass, Sierra Club, which brings me back to the badass wolf skin and how badass I will be when I have paid the iron price for it and wear it to business meetings and first dates. What I'm asking, Sierra Club, is if I become a member of your wolf pack, if I make a donation, will you please let me fight a wolf? I would like to fight it with my fists. But maybe I could strap wolf teeth to my knuckles and knees since wolves have teeth, that's only fair. Plus, the only thing that can cut a wolf is another wolf. Don't worry, I won't kill it. If I win, I'll let it live. If you could, please arrange this bout between me and a wolf of your choice as soon as possible. It would make me very, 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 very happy to see this. See, the thing is that when I fight this wolf and win and let it live, I can then go, having paid the iron price, go back to Iceland and buy the skin of the criminal wolf and put it on my wall and carry it with me to job interviews, and everyone will know how badass I am. They'll say, there goes that guy who fought a wolf, so he would deserve another wolf's skin, and I will at last be married to a person. Or maybe a wolf. We could even turn it into a pro-wolf fundraiser for the Sierra Club and sell tickets and put it on TV, and then I could punch the wolf and it could bleed on the snow, and you could take a picture of it and mail it to me, and I will put it on my wall with my other wolf pictures, which is approximated in this email. Because wolves are badass, Sierra Club, and that is why you have to let me fight one. Thank you. I look forward to hearing from you soon. If so, could you please phrase your response in the form of a howl? Wolves are freaking amazing, by the way, and you know, it's like I said, it's the Sierra Club. They're totally right. You should not hunt wolves or have their skins, but damn it!
Did they get back to you?
No. I kind of hope. There's two possibilities on that. Like either the guy that received it just like looked at it and was just, oh my god, what is this? And left it alone. Or they're like passing it around their office right now, being like, this is awesome, but we can't show it to anyone. I haven't decided which one I would prefer. So how much time do I have, Rodney? How much time do I have?
You have approximately 5 minutes.
5 minutes. Okay, great. So
Hold on. Should I bring on? Do you want me to bring on the tip jar? You know. I don't know.
if you want, if people want to tip me, I'm totally cool with that.
Okay. All right. You guys have been listening to Brent Lengel. He's gonna do 5 more minutes of political activism.
Wolf facts, sir.
Wolf facts. He's gonna talk about
So
59
yeah,
minutes.
no, but let's talk politics for just a second here because we are the Israeli army is currently committing genocide in Gaza and seem to have declared war on basic math skills. And what's frightened me about this is that it seems to have caused a number of my friends to turn into propaganda spewing robots. And there's a lot of issues that cause people to do this, but like the Israel thing just really touched off a huge thing. I had a guy tell me the other day, he said, I was yelling at him on Facebook, and he said the population of Palestinians is personally responsible for the actions of Hamas, and therefore it's all right for the Israeli military to kill 1,700 of them. 80% of those 1,700 are civilians, according to the UN. This is a mass genocide that's happening, and it has nothing to do with wolves, sadly. So, you know, that's been driving me crazy lately. We've got a couple of other issues here. I did recently visit Cecily McMillan inside Rikers Island Penitentiary, which was a trip, yeah. And I got the only recorded video interview with her inside there. And then also, like I said, I was in Iceland this for the second time, and I got to see how a different country deals with their problems. Spoiler alert, by the way, much better than America. So between that or anarchist theory, I'm going to open it up. Who has a question for me? Who has a question for the anarchist and activist in a kilt? Yes,
I
you
gotta be
sir.
honest, I don't know who Cecily McMillan is. Can you explain it to me like I'm 5?
No, this is good. Okay, so Cecily McMillan was a young woman who went out to occupy Wall Street, and she was always trying to push through these really annoying nonviolent resolutions because, you know, when you're a young, like, kid, you're like 18, you've showed up at Occupy, you want to like you throw a pot or fuck some shit up. You know, it's really annoying to have some, you know, somewhat mature female activist who looks very upper class and looks very put together telling you, no, you can't do that. You know, there's a lot of anger that happens when you're young. So she got the title of Queen of Nonviolence. She got made fun of. She got called the Paris Hilton of Occupy in the papers. Just everybody just went after this poor girl, woman. I'm sorry. And then on March 17th, we were celebrating the 6-month anniversary of Occupy. It was St. Patrick's Day, and she was not there to protest. She went out to meet a friend on her way to more bars because she's a McMillan. And what happened was, that was when the cops decided to clear Zuccotti Park. And by clear, go in and bust skulls. That's literally what they do. As she is walking out, she feels a hand reach around and grab her breast, hard enough to leave a handprint directly on her breast. She freaks out, throws her arm up in the air, and whoever this assailant was gets hit with her back elbow. It was an NYPD officer.
Oh boy.
And she wakes up, she is beaten into having a seizure. She's dragged to the hospital, wakes up handcuffed to a hospital bed, and is told, you are being charged with assaulting a police officer. A charge which carries 2 to 7 years in federal prison. She went in, I watched a huge amount of the trial. It was obscene. The judge is a guy, Judge Ronald Zweibel. He looks like an 80s movie villain. Thank you.
He's
Yeah.
absolutely right.
Yeah, and he, there was a lot of really personal stuff. So in the end, they tried to put her away for at least 3 years was what they were looking at. They suppressed evidence. They pulled every weird legal meandering thing that you could do. And in the end, she was convicted by a jury of her peers because they had selected that jury of complete idiots to be complete idiots. That's why they were there. When the jury left, though, one member of the jury pulled out his smartphone and Googled her name and realized the whole time the jury had no idea that she was even facing any jail time at all. They thought she was going to get a slap on the wrist and community service. Meanwhile, here she's got a felony conviction on her record, and they've essentially just built themselves a professional activist who can't get any other job now other than to cause trouble for them. So keep an eye out for her. She's doing a lot of prison reform, and she's a wonderful woman. Next question. Anybody got something?
Did you see the Alting out in Iceland?
Oh my God, I saw better than the Alting. I saw the Thing Valari, which, and if you go to it on Game of Thrones and you see where they're going through the Bloody Gate, that is where the American and the European continental plates meet. Yeah. This is a huge area. It's this gorgeous area, and they would have this massive political meeting and like jamboree and arts conference every year in Iceland. And the two things that I remember there was the cliffs that you see on the Bloody Gates. They used to hang people off of those cliffs, and there's also this beautiful pool, which when you go up to it, it's called the drowning pool, and that is when women were convicted of capital crimes, they would drown them in that pool. Yeah.
Names.
Say what?
Clever names.
Yeah. it was pretty bad. So that's where the term comes from. It's not just a terrible band.
And that's a tourist attraction.
That is a tourist attraction, yeah. Iceland is an amazing country. They just got done having an anarchist for mayor, and really what it would be like, this guy's name's John Gunnar, he's done now, but it would be like if things got so bad in New York, like the city just elected one of us to run everything. But it worked out surprisingly better than you would think, and he left. I remember the big thing that he did was the Conservatives took power again after that, so while he was still mayor, he marched in front of the Gay Pride Parade through Reykjavik in full drag, wearing a dress made of the Icelandic flag.
Nice.
Absolutely. So, okay, next question.
Didn't Iceland just throw out all the bankers or like from the jail or something?
They did. Yeah, they did. Iceland, a lot of anarchists really like Iceland because when the banking crisis hit, Iceland was like, wait, you say you owe us this money because of all this finagling you've been doing? And the bankers are like, yeah, give us the money. They're like, yeah, how about this? How about no? How about you go to jail and let's increase our social welfare programs because clearly people are going to have a hard time for a while.
Yeah.
And it worked out amazingly well. I think a big thing about anarchism is a lot of people don't get that we're anti-state. You see these like Republicans, these right-wing guys say, well, we're anarchists, we're anarcho-capitalists. No, because anarchists aren't anti-government. Like, I don't like our government. It's terrible and it's very poorly designed. But what I am mainly is, government's a thing you do. It's how you come up with policy. What I'm against is I'm anti-state. I am against the military and the police as they are currently realized. Because they're terrifying hierarchical institutions that are really unnecessary. And a great thing to look at is, up in Iceland, the police, for the very first time in their nation's entire history, killed a man like last year.
Huh.
That's it. That's the only time they have ever officially killed someone. Meanwhile, the NYPD are choking people to death in Staten Island, and then the head of the police union is claiming that they didn't do it because, we all saw it happen. We all saw that poor guy's windpipe get cracked. So there's some really, really serious issues that are going on out here, and I'm a very big believer in, just steal the thunder, use the door in the face tactic, and ask for more than what you want. Because if you ask for what you want, guess what? You're not going to get it. But you ask for more than what you want, let them talk you back.
True.
All right, next question. Okay, well, I'm going to talk about, until we're at the end here, I'm going to talk about when I went into Rikers Island Penitentiary. This is, yeah? Huh? Am I done?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm done. Okay, well, I'm going to occupy this stand and now. Thank you guys very much.